Hi, good morning. Hi. Sure, no problem. Okay, then maybe we can start. So, good morning again, everyone. I just would like to know about like in this session, right, we just need to showcase about our collaborative classroom, and so I believe you would like to know more about our multiple interactive system. So, in today's session, maybe because currently you are using the student accounts to log in, and I can also showcase some of our function on the classroom interaction also. So before that, let me share my screen first. Yes, I believe you guys just now using this to join in the meeting, right? So normally, in an online session, what we will do is that opening an online meeting, and also we'll use this classroom function to actually create a session and also interact with the students inside the classroom. So from here, this is where we can actually do like the launch roll call. And so even though inside the collaborative classroom, this is also what the function that we can actually show on the ID Hub, where the teacher inside the class can launch a roll call with the students so that on the ID Hub itself, they can actually see this kind of functions here. Uh, Maybe I can show you guys a video first about how the I mean the collaborative classroom looks like. Because currently in this session we don't have the ID Hub with us, so we can just like show it through the video here. Yeah. So for this MBIS, can you see the video here?
Yes.
Okay. So this video actually show like an actual scenario inside the collaborative classroom where we have this uClass app that actually the teacher they can firstly do the broadcasting on the ID Hub. So inside this MBIS here, for this broadcasting is actually like sharing the screen or maybe sharing the learning materials like the PPT or maybe our apps inside uh, the apps here through the MBIS system to other Idea Hub boards inside the classroom so that the student, if let's say this one is a lecture or maybe in tutorials teacher want to share some slide or maybe some materials on the board, this is where the students they can also see the same materials on the Idea Hub. So this one is for the first scenario where the teacher they want to do a broadcasting inside the classroom. So as you can see here, actually I was set up for the tutorial classroom or we say the collaborative classroom is inside a round table here so that when the student they want to do a group discussion, this is where they can do the group discussion also. And from here for this Idea Hub here, we also have the function like having the whiteboard so that when the student they want to do discussion inside in group inside the classroom, this is where they can actually doing the note taking the note on the Idea Hub. And after that, this the note they're already taking on the Idea Hub here can be also saved inside the board or we can save into a local file. And after that, this kind of notes can also be uploaded into our LMS platform after that. So from here, this one we also have function like students sharing their own device screen to the ID Hub so that they when they want to do a group discussion, they can also sharing like their own notes or maybe their own materials on the ID Hub and doing a group discussion. So basically, this is just a very short video. You can see that how it functions. This multi-board interactive system function inside the classroom. So for this scenes here is actually doing a group comparison. As you can see here, we have two groups here. This one is where the teacher can actually pull the students' work into one main board here so that they can do a comparison between groups. For example, group A here, this one is their result, and this one is the result of group B. So by using this main board here, the teacher can also easily doing the comparison of the works inside this collaborative classroom. And basically, this is all the scenario that we can support inside the multi-board interactive system. And so this one is another video showing that how it works.
So how many group can support in one screen for the comparison example?
So for the comparison, at most in one screen is just 4 groups. But if let's say for the Idea Hub, like the sideboard here, we can support up to 6 Idea Hub. Meaning that we can support one main board and also 6 Idea Hub beside.
Okay. Will all the students those ideas right can be uploaded? Just now you say it uploaded to the uLearning hubs, right? All the
Yeah.
student answers everything also can be uploaded.
If let's say they are taking the notes with the whiteboard there, then the notes can be saved first into the Idea Hub, maybe a local file. And then after that, we have an option to push that, we have a push button to actually upload that kind of materials into our platform also. So inside our platform here, maybe the student, they can see the words or maybe their notes here, maybe under this resources here. So this is maybe the teacher already saved all those notes inside and then from here they can upload inside these resources so that the students can actually see looking back to their notes inside these resources module. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. So for this one, we have this U class this is smart classroom inside here. We have also one function called Q&A. So if let's say you want to create a question here, maybe you can create a Q&A session, typing the question inside here, and also you can maybe select maybe up to 10% to answer the question, or maybe this one is based on, yeah, maybe I can ask any question like what is addition, for example. So after that, when we click start here, the students, when they answer the question, we can see their answer inside this page also. And also you can select a specific student to answer the question. For example, inside here, I believe we are currently using uh, the student account to log in, right? So if let's say you click into this classroom module and you click into this, the first classroom for Taylor's here, from the student view there, you can also see the question on the phone, on your device. And then from there, using the student account, you can answer the question here. This one is one for the Q&A session. And also we can do like quizzes also. This one is another option where for the lecturers, they can just directly create quizzes inside. So from here, this can up to maybe up to multiple questions inside. You can do multiple responses, or you just want one response, true or false question. This is what we can support inside the quiz also. Yes. If currently for the in-class interaction part, we doesn't have this kind of AI function yet. But like, because currently inside our platform, we have the latest update of this AI workshop. This one is our agent. But from here, we can also just do like the after class one. Maybe let's say we have this smart grading. After the student they upload their assignment or maybe their exam paper, this is where the AI can help to do the grading. Meaning that, for example, for the essay question or maybe for those kind of subjective question, teachers here can just directly select the specific assignment or maybe quiz and exam paper, and from here they can actually enter a reference answer inside. So based on this reference answer, the AI will generate a testing report first for the teacher to actually see the grading testing whether the answer is acceptable or not. And then from there, if let's say the AI generated answer is okay, then the lecturer can start grading. So this is how it works inside our platform. But if let's say for this kind of in-class interaction system, we doesn't have this kind of function yet for AI. Yeah.
Just now the smart
Mhm.
board, right? Any software other than the uLearning, or they are using different software than the LMS is one software,
Mhm.
and then all these panel that need to install another separate software.
Okay, so on the Idea Hub itself, if let's say like they are using the whiteboard, this
Mm.
whiteboard function, this whiteboard is actually one built-in application of Idea Hub itself. But for the multi-board interactive system, like what you see, the broadcasting here, and also like the group comparison, like the teacher pull the result into the main
Uh,
group.
uh,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
this one is all under our multi-board interactive system. Means this one is already when we build up the smart classroom, we will build in this multi-board interactive system into the Idea Hub. And from there, the teacher can access to this system. And also, we have one U class application will be downloaded inside the Idea Hub. But no worries for this because when we set up for the smart classroom, this kind of application will be downloaded by us. We'll prepare all those like application inside the Idea Hub first, and then after that, we'll do a testing with you.
Oh, okay. So mean this is categorized is under the smart classroom categories, right? Some
Yes.
because we are thinking to build a team-based learning classroom so that the
Okay.
students can collaborate with each others. So this will be the setup. I saw there's classrooms, right? On top of it has a ceiling mic, the microphone. So does
Okay.
this mean the students, what's the student talking? also able to be captured inside the system and
So for this collaborative classroom,
uh-huh.
because if let's say it's the full solution, we can also include like the recording classroom inside. Because in our solution here, we have also this recording classroom, right?
Yep.
And for this recording classroom is where we will just need this mic and also speaker and also camera to
Mm,
actually capture down these three different point of view. But
mm.
if let's say in this collaborative classroom, if let's say you need this kind of recording session also, then we will have this kind of ceiling mic here. But if let's say you just want the multi-board interactive system and the recording system is not required, then from there maybe this kind of ceiling mic and also the speaker is not required for this classroom.
Okay. So normally I mean if let's say like we want to capture the the s- the voice for the each of the group, would any will your system able to generate the data analysis or actually it's just recording purpose only?
Okay, so for this recording, this one again, this one is under our recording system.
Uh-huh.
Inside our recording system, we also have those like the AI analysis for this recording session.
Yep.
I Yeah, because we have this inside, maybe I can open that account to showcase to you our AI analysis system. So let me stop sharing for a while. We actually have one recording system that the AI will actually do the analysis on the class performance. So from there, what the AI can do is that firstly, based on the video, the recorded video itself, it will first generate. I believe we have provided a AI analysis testing account for your team before, and let me check it. Let me check if this is workable or not. Uh, Yeah, so for that AI analysis, if let's say for the voice part, we not only recorded down the lecturer voice, but also the student voice. So for the voice part, mainly we will like do the AI will do analysis on the teacher's performance because like detecting whether their volume is very high or very low. But for the student part, it actually lesser on this kind of voice analysis.
Okay, understand.
Mm. I'm trying to check again this one. Okay, I'm trying to share my screen again. So this one is actually inside our platform. You can do like inside the we have these recorded lectures under this platform here, and also yes. So this is actually how it looks like inside our platform. So for this recorded video here, we have this kind of captions and also knowledge notes generated by the AI inside the platform. And also we have this kind of content clips when the student they want to do a revision, they can just directly jump into the points they want. And also for this AI analysis here, we have like firstly we have this content summary and also summary of the keywords inside. And for the voice, just now you mentioned, we can like AI can detect the speaking speed of the teachers and also their volume inside the class. And also this one is the summary of the verbal communication. Means that the content that the teachers have maybe convey to the students inside the classroom. So this is for the voice for the mic part. But like for the students' behavior in and also the instructional behaviors, it's actually more towards their action inside the classroom, their cues inside the classroom. For example, whether they are paying attention or not, maybe they are listening or reading or writing, this kind of behaviors will be detected inside the recording system. So this is how it basically this AI analysis function.
But if let's say the student is in the groups discussions, right?
Mhm.
So this um how accurate this one, it will be less accurate, right? Because like we are all not all the student facing the cameras because they are in the round table examples. Like one of the
Yeah,
student maybe standing do some presentations, others like listening.
yeah. So this is actually what our AI can do is actually capturing their posture. So
Mm,
instead of their facial recognition, that kind of recognition for the AI,
mm,
but it's
mm.
more like to their posture. So for the
Okay.
accuracy, I believe also we have like done before
Yep, yep,
results
correct.
from our technical team so
Mm,
that what
mm.
what they respond on that.
Okay, noted. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Uh, so this one I need to check with technical team first, but because actually for our recording classroom, right, we have a very standard VOQ. Because like inside the recording classroom here, we need to follow a standard model and also specification and also maybe the number of camera and mic because this one is what we our technical team already tested and can prove to like work inside a recording classroom for this AI analysis. If let's say we want to maybe add on some cameras, maybe this is not feasible. We need to check with our technical team on this also. And so for the like the spec for the model for the hardware part, right? Because sometimes for this recording classroom, it also a bit hard for international market to work because sometimes we need to like export the hardware out to international market. So from there, we also like need to work with the partner to see whether they can equip that kind of hardware on. If let's say this recording classroom is needed, then we will need to have more discussion, like more communication on the hardware part afterwards, and also like the specifications of those hardware. Y- Yes, it's more towards a overall performance instead of individual.
S-
So, do you have other question maybe about our collaborative classroom or recording classroom that you would like to know more?
Okay. So the hardware parts, right? The collaboration classrooms, right?
Yes.
We have to purchase any brand, any specific brands, or we can like buy uh buy with others vendors, or how's the
Okay.
arrangement?
If let's say for the collaborative classroom, then we don't have a very strict for the hardware.
Okay.
If meaning if the recording system is not required just for the collaborative classroom itself, then the hardware is more flexible because as long as it can work, we just need For the collaborative, mainly we just need like the ID hub or maybe a smart board and also our software, the multi-board interactive system to build inside the board, then it can be worked. We doesn't need like the recording, we doesn't need like the AV system, for example, the camera and also the mic, because for the AI analysis part, it is more strict on that. But for the collaborative, if let's say we don't need this kind of AI analysis, we don't need the recording system, then it's totally fine. You can just like find another brand for the board or maybe for other hardware, it's okay.
Okay. So the software is the ones that we need to use uLearning one lah, but the board can be any brands, right?
Yeah, this one is we can also check on that because the hardware is more flexible in
Okay.
terms of the collaborative classroom. But we will also set if let's say afterward you need the BOQ for the collaborative classroom, we can also send a standard one. And then maybe from there you can like refer to the list of the hardware or you can like find other brands that you can find or maybe you want. Because normally when we work with the collaborative classroom, maybe we will find a local partner to do the setup for the
Mm.
classroom. And then uLearning here, we are providing the software.
So the license part is we need to purchase the license from uLearning lah. This means, right?
Yes.
So how the cost is based on the classroom or based on the numbers of students or
Okay, so if let's say for the pricing part, we depend on both. Firstly, we need to
okay.
know the number of users and also we need to know which kind of classroom you need. And also maybe if let's say for the LMS, if let's say you need the U class, like the interactive system here, we also need to know which specific module that you are required. Because inside our platform, right, we not only have the U class function, but we
Okay.
also have the like U test and also other basic features inside our whole LMS platform, which we can also include like the classroom function and the U-test, the AI proctoring function. If let's say you need this kind of function, then from there we also maybe need to like charge separately. So for this quotation, maybe after this session, I can send you a question list, and from
Ah,
there you can like fill in the question list, and then we can know uh, what requirements you need there, and then we can like proceed to the quotation.
okay. Let's say I just need a basic one for the I mean, we want to support the team-based learning method teachings. So it's
Mhm.
like the interactive part and then the questions, those things like basically. Aside, because we have our own Moodle, I mean our own LMS.
Yes.
Yeah, so
So I
so
believe
that means
you need like doing the integration, right? Because if let's
it,
say you are using the Moodle as your
yeah.
main platform, if let's say
Mm,
you need our function, just maybe some of our function, if let's say for the collaborative classroom, right? Maybe you need this classroom because this one is for the in-class interactive. So for this module, we can also like doing the integration with Moodle. We can integrate our functions here into Moodle. Because I believe for Moodle, it can support like doing the LTI integration and
yes,
it will
correct.
be much
Mm,
more
mm,
easier for us to do the integration. But we also like
mm,
need to know like how's the result you want to see from this kind of integration. Whether you want to
oh,
like from Moodle, you want to directly access to maybe inside Moodle there, they have one button that you can directly access to this classroom. Or maybe from that integration you just want like inside Moodle there, we have a button that you can click
oh,
on it and then it will like transfer to our page here to use this classroom, this kind of integration.
okay.
So
Have
what the
you
result looks like is different. Yes.
have you done these integrations before with others university? That means Moodle with this uLearning integrations.
Okay, I believe for Moodle one we do have doing this kind of integration before. Because for
Ah,
Moodle it can support like doing the LTI integration.
yep.
But
Yep.
again, if let's say it's just a very basic integration, then maybe we can do it very easily. But if let's say it's more complicated, you want the result to like actually have a deep integration part, then for that we need to see how many man-days for the
Okay.
technical team to do this kind of integration, and maybe for this kind of integration we will need to charge separately also.
So when you say just the LTI integrations mean the students
Mhm.
log into Moodle and then from Moodle click a button to uLearning system. That's all right.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So this is the very no not the
This
deep
one,
integrations lah. So but
yes, this
the
is more
data will
fundamental.
still the data will still keep in the uLearning portal, just that the
Yes,
login part will through Moodles instead of coming to the uLearning lah.
yes, correct.
Okay, understand. So that mean right, those the idea hub, the interactive system, the whole the classroom part, like I mean, will be
Mm-hmm.
using one software for the teaching,
Mm-hmm.
and then after teachings, right, all the data will be sent to uLearning system. Am I correct?
Yes, yes, because if let's say using
Mm,
the MPIS, normally inside the class, if let's say the teacher they want to share the PPT inside
mm.
on the ID Hub, normally we will also use these resources here. So from here you can just directly, maybe you already upload the resources inside the platform, or maybe you have your own resources, let's say inside the Moodle, maybe we also need to do the integration on this kind of resources also, so that inside the U class here, you can just directly show your class resources inside. For example, here I already have some resources inside. So whenever I want to share with the students on the ID Hub, I can just directly show inside this U class function, we have these resources where we can share to the students or on the board. And also after the session, like during the roll call here, this kind of, if let's say you need the analysis report also inside this analysis module here, we also have one part is actually analyzing this classroom interaction here. We can see the average attendance rate and also like the polls and complete to answers, which student is more active inside the classroom. This is what we can see inside the analysis report.
Okay.
Yes, if let's say they want to join the classroom, uh, because the conferences here we are using is actually the Huawei Cloud Meeting. So from there, they might need to also download the Huawei Cloud Meeting apps also. But inside their mobile apps, they can actually can do two ways, either using the website browser, or maybe they can download the uLearning application on their own mobile device to join in and use this uClass function. Means interact with the teachers. Yes, laptop also feasible because we also can, like what I'm currently using now is actually the web browser instead of the application.
So
So,
if let's say we only have one main board, that means the
mm-hmm,
lecturer one, the touch screens for the lecturers ones, right?
mm-hmm.
And then we don't want the others side boards. That's can the student use their own device or to support the collaborative, or we must have the multi-board interactive system.
Okay, so if let's say like the scenario you're saying just now, it's actually our digital classroom. This one is very fundamental one. We just need one ID hub and also our software inside. Because if let's say you just want the student to do the in-class interactive by using our U-class, meaning by using this one, yeah, this classroom here, then one ID hub is enough inside the classroom and also our software. This one is how it works. But
But
if let's say, yeah,
this one cannot support the collaborative, right?
in terms if let's say you want the student to use the ID hub to also like do the discussion,
Uh-huh. So
then
that
this one we need this one
this is the
collaborative.
required.
Yes, this one is the required one. Because if let's say we just have the main board here, we doesn't have this kind of multi-board interactive system.
Okay.
Yes. So, so one first scenario is that the teacher they can broadcasting on the sideboard also. Like for each group, they can just directly look at the PPT or maybe video on their own sideboard here, so they doesn't uh every student face to the main board. So this is the first function, and also the second one is where they can doing annotation and also like doing their own group discussion, like sharing their own works on their sideboard here. So we have one like function. This one is actually the student using their own device and sharing it to the idea hub. So from here they can do their own group discussion. So each group they can just like directly share their own works on the board here and doing discussion. So this
I
is
know.
yeah. So basically for the sideboard it's just like this kind of function. If let's say you want to do a group-based learning. We need to see whether they can support like because if let's say LED TV, maybe we can just like support doing the share screen, but not like writing on the board. We can't do those kind of annotation on the board. So just we need to understand whether you need this kind of function or not. And also we need to check whether our multi-board interactive system can work on the LED TV. This one we also I need to check with my internal team first. Mm-hmm. On student laptop. So if let's say want to on student laptop, then maybe they need to open an online meeting and then share the screen. Just as a share. Because yeah, like what we are currently doing. Because if let's say the teacher they just want to show the activities inside the classroom, what we can support is actually like doing a hybrid mode of learning. If let's say maybe we have the physical class, but also some students joining online, then from there we can have this online meeting, and then the teacher they can actually show like share the screen by using the classroom function and also launch roll call with them, showing them the digital code to sign in or maybe showing them a QR code. Yeah, maybe showing them a QR code to join the session to take the attendance. This one is what we can support is like doing the hybrid. But if let's say inside the classroom for the physical class, the teacher they want to like take attendance, they can also just directly using our U class and then share this QR on the ID hub on the main board so that the student they can take the QR or maybe they can take the digital code to do the attendance. Yeah. So any other questions about yeah, but if let's say you doesn't need those kind of like sideboard, right? So this basically we can support inside our digital classroom already. If let's say doesn't the sideboard is not needed. Because for the sideboard, right, it's mainly used for the multi-board interactive system. This system we need to use like connect the board at least three boards together. We have one main board and also sideboard to connect them together so that like from the main board there the teacher can also share the screen to the sideboard. Mm-hmm. Uh, this this trial is let's say for smart classroom or just like providing a trial account. Okay. Because
Yeah, the smart classroom to support the team-based learning.
Okay, because like for the trial, if let's say for the smart classroom, we need to purchase hardware. So from that part, we need to charge for the hardware. Like for the smart classroom one, because currently what we can provide for the POC is actually providing the student account for this platform only. But if let's say you need a POC like for the smart classroom, then this one I also need to check with my team first whether this can be approved or not. Because I believe for the hardware part, if let's say we need to equip for hardware to do the POC, then in this case we need to charge for it. Yeah. Yeah, because instead of borrow, actually, what we can do for the smart classroom is that we are purchasing from a third party. Also, normally when we're building the smart classroom, we will need a local partner to include. But if let's say you are purchasing yourself, then in this case, okay, this one I also need to check with my team first. Maybe if possible, maybe after this session, you can like send a requirement on the POC, and then from there I can like do a request from our internal team, and then I will revert you back from the email. Okay, thank you so much for that. Yeah, because we need to like send them the requirements and let them to understand the background so that they can like assess whether this kind of POC can be done or not. But if let's say you just need this kind of like software, the platform POC is no problem. We can provide the trial account also.
That's mean if let's say we have the hardware set up already,
Mhm.
uLearning can provide the POC, I mean the software part for us to try lah. Is that mean?
Yes, for the software,
Oh,
we can like do the application internally because this one is for the software part. But for the hardware, because it's actually not what we can in charge of.
okay,
Normally, it will charge for prices there. So yeah, this one is not what we can decide for the hardware.
understand. Can you let us know how many like let's say we because we want to build that smart classroom is for the for the team-based learning purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Can you like propose to us ho- the architectures of the classroom? I mean, like how many smart board, how many sideboard we is
Okay,
required to
so
set up of this kind of classroom, and then yeah, from there like the smart board requirements, those things, right? We can see at
mm-hmm.
our own site whether we can borrow from ICT or we can like find by our own. If let's say we don't have that, then we can like just talk to you again and see how we can
Okay,
buy
sure.
or rent. Yeah, yeah.
Sure, no problem. So in this case, actually this requirements is also included inside our BOQ, meaning that, sorry, our quotation, means that the
Oh.
quotation is actually will come by with the BOQ, like the requirements of the model and also the quantity. But if let's say for the collaborative for this smart board, right, we
Mm.
need a minimum one main board and also two sideboard. So
Oh,
means that
okay.
in total is three board inside the collaborative classroom. And at maximum, we can support one main board up to six sideboard, means that the total
Oh,
of seven boards. This one is what for the quantity part we can do inside the collaborative classroom. But if let's say for other maybe other spec or maybe the requirements of the model, we can also like provide it together with the quotation afterwards. Like after this session, I will send a question list first, and then from there maybe uh you can answer the question list whether how
mm,
many classroom you want. You
mm,
can just like because actually what we can do is like based on face to face. Maybe in the first phase you just want to do a one collaborative classroom. Then we can provide the quotation for just only one classroom first. And then if
oh,
let's
okay,
say afterwards you need to add on maybe more classroom, then we can like provide the quotation based on your requirement after that also. So
okay,
later on I can send that list for you first.
okay. Just wonders, right?
Mhm.
You are from Singapore or China?
No, I'm currently based in Malaysia. So our team
Okay.
is in Malaysia.
Okay. So I just wondering, do you have any showroom in Malaysia to let us can visit for this like this kind of setup?
If
Don't
let's
have yet.
say collaborative classroom in Malaysia, I
Yeah.
believe currently we doesn't have. So
Oh, okay.
inside the email, what we suggest is that to the Dongguan University,
Oh,
because this one is our biggest showroom in China. So if
oh,
let's say
also
it's
in China.
yeah, so if let's say this one is okay for your team, maybe we can ask our team Nuru to like maybe arrange a session for this
Oh,
with your team.
Singapore also don't have lah.
Yeah, Singapore also don't have. If let's say in Malaysia, I believe they are preparing to doing so, but I'm not sure on this progress because I'm not included in this, like in this
Oh,
project. Yeah, so
okay.
maybe I can also check again with my team for this
Yep,
one.
yep, yep, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
no problem. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah, but maybe.
so the
Mhm.
smart board, the main board and the side board, all the software also provided by you learning lah.
Yes, for the software is provided by us. We are using the multi-board interactive system. This is the software
The
system.
software name is called multi-board interactive system lah.
Yes, this one is just for like connecting different boards. But for this
Oh, okay.
one, classroom here, we have other like another software for this LMS platform, and also inside here we have this classroom module for this U class function.
Okay. Noted. Any question, Ais, Tony?
So if there's no question up to now, maybe after this session, I will send a question list from my side, and maybe from your side, you can send like a list of requirements from you. Like maybe you want to do a POC, or maybe you need other documents required from us. Then from there, we can proceed.
Yeah, I think basically we need some team-based learning cases from you. Not sure if you are able to provide I mean like because your PowerPoints, right? You
Mm-hmm.
got one slide did mention this the setup is support the team-based learnings, right? So
Yes.
yeah, so I just wonder if you can provide us any use case of this type of setup.
Actually,
Yeah.
we have one video. Is like this one is also this video actually one of our cases also already. And also we have one 5 minute video. I believe I also sent before. Let me check on it. So that video is actually showcasing one of our yeah this one showcasing one of our cases that we already done in this one is also in China. But
Okay.
yeah, and sorry.
China a lot this kind of solution.
Yeah, because our company parent company is in China, right? So
Okay.
their main marketing and also
It's
sales is
China.
yeah in China. And currently we are expanding to the international market also.
Okay.
Like mostly our solution is currently in I believe in like Africa and also in Middle East there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but if let's say you need the cases, I can send again this link, so you can, yeah, you can actually see how it looks like inside the classroom. What's the full solution that we can provide inside? Yeah, this one is
So
just a very
this is the only videos lah.
yeah.
From
But
yeah,
if
I
let's
have that.
say
Yeah.
yeah, but if let's say you need the slide, also I can check with my team, or if we have this kind of cases PPT or not. If yes, then later from email that I can also send to the team. Yeah.
Mm, can. No problem. So like your board, right? I mean these
Mm-hmm.
multi-interactive systems, right? Were
Mm-hmm.
it like able to like during the class sessions lah, you use the AI to summarize certain page. Can that do it? Do you have that features?
Certain page is, let's say, what kind of page you mean?
Something like if let's say I want to explain what is physics, example.
Uh-huh.
So then I open a wiki to explain
Mm-hmm.
the physics, and then from there, right, I like
Mm-hmm.
can highlight certain word or maybe one page, and ask the AI to summarize immediately during the class. Were you able to do that?
Um, if let's say immediately inside the class, this one I'm not sure because we have actually this one document reading. If let's say it's just one page, maybe it will be works very quickly. Like,
Oh, okay.
but I'm not sure can it be like immediately lah. I believe at least it like need 5 to 10 minutes for this kind of
Oh,
AI
oh.
analysis because like
It's
the
not the NI analysis, just like something like ChatGPT. You give a link and then it just summarize to you
if
immediately,
let's say
something like that.
yeah, if
Yeah.
let's say this one we can support because what we're using is actually deepseek inside here. This one is
Oh,
actually like works how just exactly like how we can do the Q&A with ChatGPT. So means that you can just directly answer your questions here and from here the teaching assistant they can answer immediately. This one is what we can do.
so this AI is a general ones, right? So that mean during the class I can use for teaching class. Anything I
Yes.
need the AI to help, I can do with these tools lah.
Yes, yes. And
Oh,
also because we already do some fine tune, we already fine tune our AI here. So it's actually more fit to the educational scenario. So how,
oh,
what do I mean by this is that like we have these resource recommendations, we have AI quiz questions and also command center, right? So if let's say
mm,
you are asking some questions that are related to the topic, that you already uploaded inside the platform. For example, if let's say for this AI bench, I already upload some resources inside here. So according to the resources here, then the AI bench will give the answer that will first related to the materials that you already upload inside the platform. If let's say this knowledge point is out of the resources or maybe the knowledge bank, then it will just like giving you a more general one that you can search online from other website.
okay. So that's mean because this AI will be will exist in each of the mod courses, right?
Yes, yes,
So it will based on the course and crawl the informations, the resources in the course and answer the students.
yes, correct.
Okay. So the instructor no need to do anything with this board settings already, right? It can just can directly use lah once they uploaded the
Mm,
resources.
I believe we have also a knowledge bank inside
Mm,
the
mm,
settings here. So I
yep.
believe this one is for the course admin to do so. So when they build a course, right, they'll need to like because already upload the resources inside,
Mm.
then inside the manage AI assistant here, they will need to like sync the knowledge base to the resource here. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, so this one after that, after they are syncing these resources, then after that, no matters what the teacher upload inside, then the AI they can just directly detect from the bank there.
Oh, so the administrator need to do some setup lah,
Yes,
basically. Okay.
but no worries. That one we also will provide the
Mm,
user guide for that. Yes,
okay. Okay. Understand. Mm, okay. Noted.
but because for this AI workshop is very
Mm,
new,
mm, mm.
but from what my understanding here is that we're not suggesting to integrate with other platform currently because
Oh, okay.
yeah, because as what I've mentioned, the AI will base on all those resources, right? So
Mm,
if
mm,
let's say
mm.
you want to like integrate to
Oh,
the
okay.
Moodle, yeah, you want to integrate to Moodle, then we might need the access to actually for the AI to capture all those resources inside Moodle also. So I'm not sure this kind of integration might be very complicated and also
Yep.
maybe will
Understand.
yeah incur a very high like cost in terms of this
Okay,
integration.
understand. Because our model we have we purchase we have a license with another company lah. about the AI
I
chatbot.
see.
We already have that.
Okay, okay, I see.
Yeah, yeah,
Understand.
yeah. Just I'm thinking in class lah when the lecturers want to use. Yeah.
Mm,
So how can they? So you mean your learning system already have this, but inside the multi-boards interactive system, it doesn't have AI yet lah.
in the multi-board interactive system, I believe after, like, if let's say you need this kind of AI agent, because this AI agent is another module for the
Okay.
quotation part. So if
Okay.
let's say in the MBIS chart, because MBIS itself just only for the U class year, inside the U class year, after because this update is actually in the China market, haven't like
Okay.
since up to the international platform yet, but we have one AI function is that we have the AI here that can directly generate quiz question if let's say you
Oh,
have purchased the AI function inside. So this one is where AI can help you to create quiz. And so from here we have one button to directly access to the AI agent platform. So I believe I'm opening this one. Let me check for it. Yeah, so this one, this application I'm currently opening is actually the China platform. So from here, you can see that inside here, if let's say I'm opening the classroom inside, then from here, what we can do is actually, yeah, you can see the AI bench here. If let's say for quizzes, we have this one question generated by AI, and also we can just directly access to the AI bench inside the classroom. So that if let's say you have any question, you can just directly ask the teaching assistant. And from here, this one is where you can get the immediate answer.
okay.
Mm,
Okay, noted. Thank you.
no problem. So if let's say after this session you have any other question, you can also like directly ask in the email, and from there we can also proceed to answer
Okay.
more questions. No
Okay.
problem.
Can. Yeah, thank you very much, Catherine.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for your time also. So if there's no other question, maybe we can
Mm,
end our session. So yeah, I will share the question list. And also if we have the cases, then I also share the PPT.
okay. Can. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you
Okay.
very much.
Bye.
Thank you so much
Bye.
for your time. Bye.